pornography affect relationships?
Research does suggest that it does affect relationship, especially if it is seen separately and many hours a week.
Okay, alright.
Because the expectations then from the sexual relationship that you have in reality, not
this fictional fantasy.
Yes, is you start having different expectations of your real sexual relationship and your real intimacy with your partner. There is a concept in literature which is called escalation, where this author describes the person who is seeing pornography as, especially when that he or she requires a higher level of stimulation. So the pornography that is seen is harsher and harsher and harsher.
Sort of you end up getting desensitized
yes,
to
that's
regular...
exactly the word that this author uses. So you become desensitized to what we call vanilla sex, and this does impact the relationship. What are your thoughts about this?
The thing is, though, many people watch pornography.
Yes.
I think I'm confused about what many hours means per week. It's subjective, I feel.
So, research does suggest that there can be a level of addiction if you are seeing more than 11 hours a week of pornography, and if this is affecting your function in other areas of your life. So if you're seeing, for example, pornography at work, and there is the risk of you being caught, if you are engaging in risky behaviors at work or at home to indulge in this
or maybe prefer watching
activity.
porn than going out.
Yes, or prefer watching porn than actually having
sex with your partner.
Sex with your partner, and masturbating to pornography than actually having sex with your partner. And sometimes in couple therapy we do encounter couples that a partner is feeling left out and is feeling that her counterpart or his counterpart is investing more time in watching pornography than actually in the actual relationship, and there might be neglect.
Would you recommend that couples watch porn together though?
It can be used as a sex toy, really. So if there is consent and if the couple enjoys being aroused by seeing pornography together, why not? But the focus is the pleasure of the couple and not the pleasure of the individual, especially if it is indulged in very frequently. Saying that pornography addiction is not yet in DSM. It is mentioned in the literature, is being researched on more frequently now because it's a pretty new concept in the last decade, but it's not yet one of the listed addictions.
But I think even though it's maybe not listed as an official addiction, if it is affecting your functioning, it's affecting your relationship.
It is affecting your functioning, and it is affecting also your serotonin levels, your dopamine levels. So obviously you want a higher fix and a quicker fix, and sometimes masturbating to pornography is quicker than actually investing in foreplay with your partner and in being with your partner. And
it's instant gratification.
It's instant gratification, and you don't need the emotional connection because it's you and the computer, so or whatever device you're using. So we really need to think about all these issues and discuss as individuals and as couples how pornography can be affecting your relationship.
I think I agree. I think it's very important to communicate with your partner. Unfortunately, some of these things can be considered taboo, so I do it in secret, and then my partner catches me, and they're obviously feeling hurt and offended, and they tell me maybe don't do it again, and since we haven't actually had a conversation about it, it was just don't do it, I keep doing it, and we keep getting hurt and so on, until it escalates into this big thing, when in reality maybe we just need to sit down and talk about, okay, what are your views about porn? Do you watch porn? Are you okay with your partner watching pornography? Because sometimes someone just doesn't want their partner to watch any hours of pornography or anything at all, or see pornographic images, because for them it feels like an element of cheating.
Yes.
Because
and obviously porn stars are very beautiful, and they're very well endowed, so
they're edited.
they're edited. Comparing to a real life relationship and a real life person, it's very difficult to compare and to match up, you know.
And even the sex itself, it's acrobatic, it's everywhere, it's almost, you start saying, okay, this is not even a possible position. How did you manage to bend yourself in this way?
Yes.
And it would be very disheartening then to try this with your partner, and it's the most unrealistic position ever, because if I can barely stretch, I obviously can't do certain acrobatics.
What is coming to mind as well is that at times what can happen is that you expect from your partner what you're seeing in pornography. And it's maybe because of age, because of lack of exercise, because it's not a video but it's real life, it's not possible. So there's also an element of consent and the need to discuss and to talk about sexual fantasies and how we can pleasure each other in a healthy, positive way, rather than being isolated and putting ourselves as in a place where there is no connectiveness but more isolation. So I do believe, as you well said, that communication is key in this area.
Yeah, and also it's like you said, it can be used as a tool.
Yes.
So let's say maybe I feel like my sex life is not as great as it used to be. Let's watch something together, and either we can make fun of it and be like, we can never do that, or find something realistic and say, why don't you give it a go, and so on, rather than expect these things without ever actually telling my partner what I expect, or having these unrealistic ideas. For example, even ignore the acrobatics of it, certain actions, sounds, and so on. You end up expecting them from your partner, otherwise it's like, she's not having fun, he's not having fun, because he's not making the same faces or looks or actions or words, he's not saying the same things as what I saw.
Yes, and unfortunately at times this might lead to sexual dysfunction then, because you feel you're not performing as well as the image and the video that there is in front of you. So there's a problem with performance, with self-esteem, and this might affect our performance, sexual performance, because of performance anxiety.
I'm not as well endowed as this person, I'm not as
I cannot keep an erection for half an hour, you know. All these very unrealistic expectations that are edited in porn, but in real life really don't work, you know.
But I start saying, but he managed to do this, so why can't I, and so on, and my partner will not love me anymore because I can't do it, which is, it's not the case, but of course.
So we need to keep our feet on the ground and keep what is real and what is fantasy, because porn is really fantasy.
At the same time, I start saying, when we watch regular movies, we know they're not real.
Yes.
If you're watching, an action movie, we know that aliens aren't really coming from the sky.
Yes.
If we're watching a rom-com, we know that no one's going to come outside our door with a boombox and start playing romantic music. So if we don't expect that, why, just because I'm watching porn, I'm expecting that from my partner?
I think it's a bit more complicated, because we're talking about two. And there's the expectations of two individuals, not just one. So there is the individual that is watching porn and the partner and his ideas and expectations of the scenario. So we need to really be respectful of each other's feelings and to discuss the best way forward.
Definitely. I love this conversation.
It was so interesting. Thank you.
I really wish that we could continue, but time is running out. But who knows, maybe we can actually continue this conversation off air, on the blog, or just
I agree.
whenever.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.